Hello there, everybody. It's September 7th, 2022. I'm in Norwich, Connecticut, and I'm testing out some new equipment here on these drives that I do. I haven't done one, I think, since February, but I got a new battery. It's just a new setup. This is kind of a random, very random test drive. If the footage comes out great, I'll slap it up on YouTube and you're watching it now. But this is one street in Norwich, in the Norwichtown section, Vergason Avenue, that I've always wanted to do, that I've neglected. So I am covering that. I have the vast majority of streets in Norwich that I've done these drives on. They're available right now on my YouTube channel. Feel free to watch them. I have other videos on there where I'm walking around, talking, and pointing out different landmarks in the Norwich, New London area, Groton, and there's a variety of other stuff on there. But anyways, hopefully, and I'm doing, this is 4K, super high resolution. So I'm doing, this is somewhat experimental here. Hopefully it works out. And if it does, then it's open season for doing these drives again. But as we cruise up Vergason Avenue, if I'm not mistaken, is, I don't know if I would consider it a dead end, or but there's some real nice houses up here. But let's see what happens, whether it's a dead end or not. If I kept going straight, I would hit the industrial park area. To my left, part of the industrial park area over there is closed off. I'm seeing some new construction up here. This is kind of nice. It's out in the country, but it's close to everything, shopping, and, you know, all your conveniences and gas stations. The highway's not far from here, and, you know, the whole 9 yards. But there's a gentleman on the left up here walking his dog. But let's take a cruise up the road. And hopefully, if it rains, I gotta shut this thing down instantaneously. Street closed ahead, so I'm gonna turn around right here. So I don't know if it's a dead end, but the street is not open, whether there's construction, or I'm not going to go up there, but because I'll have to back down, it's too far. But there's something going on up there. Guy looked at my GoPro on the car. He's got to be thinking to himself, what's that? And I don't blame him, because it's an odd looking setup. I got a wire. I have an external battery with a wire coming out of this thing now that should be able to, you know, enable me to do, I could do probably a 10-hour drive non-stop, which I wouldn't do, but non-stop, and it wouldn't stop recording if this experiment pans out. Let's hope it does. All right, there's a street here, Old Oak Road. I have no idea what the story is. I've never heard of it. I'm going to take a ride down here, and it's probably a brand new street, or whatever. Old Oak Road. Underground utilities. Yeah, it's kind of a dead end. I don't know. Dead end, cul-de-sac, whatever. This is it. There's a home down there. So these are new. I mean, this is a new, brand new. Last time I was up Vergason Avenue, it's been a little while, but that house right back there was not, didn't exist. So I don't know when it was built, but it's recent. Okay, there's another nice house there on my left. Got a Yankee fan over here on my right. And we're going to take another left right here, back onto Vergason Avenue. Now, you see that right there, right in front of us, Norwich Public Works Department. That road's blocked off, but if I took a right there, I believe it leads to the industrial park, the top of the hill. of the industrial park. There's a huge hill leading up to the industrial park. It levels out up top there. There's a club where you can go work out, and I don't know if they, whatever it is, weightlifting, and probably a variety of, exercise and athletic, little maybe racquetball, or I don't know, but it's pretty cool. This is Brookside Drive, another nice house. There's no outlet right there. All nice, relatively new homes, kept in immaculate, beautiful condition. Underground utilities again. And it's just, like I say, we're out in the country, but, 30 seconds down the road, you got shopping centers and every convenience you could possibly think of. So it's kind of cool. But this drive is very random. So, if there's some cool stuff you see and you like it, I'm happy. Here comes a school bus to my left. School's back in session. Directly in front of me, what appears to be a pretty new house, unless it's been rehabbed. That's possible. On Vergason Avenue. All right, we're going to cruise down Vergason. And I'm going to take a look at a couple of other things around Norwich. They've done some absolutely beautiful road paving. Otrobando Avenue, for example. Whoa, wait a minute. This goes against. This kind of goes against the rules of the road, but I'm throwing this thing in reverse. I want to check out this street here. This is Meadow View Lane. Gentleman on my right back there mowed his lawn. He's cleaning it off really nice, and we had rain, so it's kind of we had 7 inches of rain, depending on your exact location, and that was after a really severe drought. So anyways, Meadow View Lane right here. More nice houses. No underground utilities here. These guys have conventional telephone poles up there. But the homes are really really nice, and I believe, they're relatively new. And I believe this, just by the look of it and the fact that there's regular conventional telephone poles, this would be one of the older neighborhoods off Vergason. Vergason used to just be nothing off Vergason. It was just Vergason. So this, when I say old, I don't know, 10, 20 years. I don't know the exact date of Meadowview Lane, but it is definitely a nice street. And there's signs over here that indicate I should be driving slow because there's kids playing. So yeah, I'm going to do that. I drive the speed limit anyways, or close to it, but so obviously we're proceeding with extreme caution. And there's some kind of old factory there right in front of us. I could pull in there, but I'm not going to. Why? Well, I don't want to get a flat tire. Yeah, it's kind of rough in there. This is just a conventional car I'm driving around in here. If I had a truck or maybe a pretty hardy SUV or something, I'd probably jump in there and take a look around. The Bean Hill Green to our left, Norwichtown section. All right, let me figure some things out here. All right, I'm going to try to jump out here, take a left if I can. This can be a little Tricky. Sometimes it can take a minute or two to get out of here. But if this battery situation pans out with this new setup I got, I'm golden. I don't have to worry about any of these things anymore. His cars from my left and my right. I mean, I can always take a right if I get desperate. But I'm not desperate. No need for desperation to kick in. You just got to have patience. And there you go. Boom. We're out of here. Let's go take a look at the brand new, freshly paved, mint condition. I don't know, it was done a couple of weeks ago. Otrobando Avenue. Mobile gas station ahead of us. Shell to my right. There's a martial arts place. Here we go. We're on the new silky smooth, fresh pavement. Martial arts to my right. There's a bunch of, the car wash. There's stuff all over the place. I've done these roads numerous times, but never in 4K, ultra high definition video. So, that's kind of cool. And we're about to hit some more silky pavement right now. It feels smooth. I mean, this road has needed repaving for many, many years. They finally got around to it. I'm glad. Is this an election year? Yup. Did that have anything to do with it? I have no idea. Probably not. But let's take a little cruise down Otrobando Avenue on this brand spanking new, freshly paved, buttery smooth Otrobando Avenue. I mean, it's a pleasure. Driving down this thing back in the old days, in other words, 3 weeks ago, was, it had its problems. This road definitely had potholes. All right, look at this bump. Why would there be a bump in a brand new? Oh, it looks like there's some brand new road. They already had to cut a big section out of it for, I don't know, underground drainage pipe or something. I have no idea. But there is one bump in our freshly silky smooth, buttery, melted, buttery, smooth, velvety, soft road. A few homes for sale on this street. All right, let me get my bearings here. Let me think for a second, which can be dangerous, but I'm testing this thing out. All right, this is a tricky spot. There's a stop sign here. Cars can enter directly in front of me, so I really got to keep my eyes open. I've been locked into this location, this stop sign, for what seems like an eternity in the past, but that wasn't too bad. Green light. All right. Okay, I'm going to take a... You know something? I'm going to take a ride. There's another street that they worked on. When I say they, I'm not sure who did the project. The company. Was it the city? I don't know, but Dunham Street in Norwich. I want to take a ride over there. They worked on that for months, several months. They did, as far as I know, storm drains, new sidewalks, new, curbing, beautiful, granite curbing or whatever it was. They stripped the old road down and they put a new road on there. Again, fresh pavement. And Dunham Street's really needed that for a long, long time. I'm driving down New London Turnpike right now as we head over to the Dunham Street area, just to take a glance at that. So far, it looks like my battery's holding up on this new rig I got set up here. There's a beautiful farm to my right. I think it's Wydra Farm or something. I'm not 100% sure if that's the name, but I've been by there a time or two. I think it said Wydra Farm, but I'm not positive. As the sun, all of a sudden, breaks through the clouds. Today has been overcast all day. Ideally for these videos, an overcast day is the best. It's perfect. Sometimes the sun is good, depending on the time of day. If it's directly overhead, it's fantastic. But if it's off to the side, you can get some real shadowing and some real kind of problematic footage. I mean, it's okay depending on the direction, whether you're going north, south, east, west. I mean, a lot hinges on where the sun's located and the direction you're going. But a perfectly overcast day, thick clouds, no rain, is really the best time to do these drives. But hey, this is a test mission. Stanton School is to my left. What's the name of that? Beth Jacobs Synagogue to my left. On Thursdays, they have Tai Chi classes in there. I believe it's 6 o'clock. 6 p.m. as we cruise down New London Turnpike in Norwich, Connecticut. The temperature right now, 72 degrees. Okay, we're going to get into a more busy section right now as we head over to Dunham Street. So we'll be able to see a little bit more action down here as far as traffic and cars. There's some kind of cones up in the road here. It says slow. Okay, I don't know what that's for, but look, I'm getting lucky with these green lights today. Okay, let's see here. Wings and Pies to my right. Universal Discount Package Store. That's been there forever. That was a grocery store when I was a kid. It was called Universal Grocery Store, I believe. But let's take a look at Dunham Street. We'll do Dunham and we'll do some other stuff, but okay, let's see. Eastern Connecticut Savings Bank to my right. Wendy's to my left. I'm not going to name everything. It's impossible. Norman Road to my right. Got to be real careful. This little section of road here has been nicknamed Crash Alley. They're talking about putting in roundabouts or rotaries. I think 6 in total. All right. I'm going to take a right onto Dunham Street, the brand new Dunham Street. But anyways, the rotaries, whether that'll happen or not, I don't know. It's still under consideration by the State of Connecticut Department of Transportation. Okay, this is kind of rough until you get onto the brand new Dunham Street. Boom, right there. You can feel it. Well, you can't feel it, but I can feel it. It's basically, it's silk. This was always a rough road, bumpy. Right now it's silk. They have bicycle, like, painted into the road. It's a bicycle, emblem with the arrow. So it's like, it's bike friendly, I guess. To me it seems kind of narrow, but And if you take a good look to the right, that's the new sidewalk. Brand new all the way down. Even to the left, there's no sidewalk, but there is brand new granite curbing. Let me slow down a little bit. Soak this Dunham Street in. This new construction project is incredible. I mean, they spent months, several months. I don't know how many, but it was a lot. They were rerouting traffic, and it was, you know, definitely an inconvenience for folks that live in this area. But it was worth it, in my opinion. It's beautiful. All right, we're reaching the end of Dunham. And we'll go on West Thames Street, which, by the way, was freshly paved, I believe, last year. So that's another one. It's silky smooth. We'll take a left. You know something that just popped into my mind? There's a couple of really cool, recently painted murals, big giant murals in Norwich. I mean, they're kind of controversial. A lot of art is always controversial. Well, not always, but frequently controversial. Some people love it, some people absolutely despise it. But I'll take a swing by at some of that. Get a gander at some of those big giant murals. Wow, they're siding and redoing that house. Beautiful. Nice. Excellent. There's a lot of improvement in Norwich, a lot of construction. This road, again, is absolutely flawless. It's brand new. I mean, this part I'm on right now seems, I mean, I don't know. It might have been, maybe it was put in this year. I don't know. The main heart of the city is to my right. Police station is right. This brick building to my right, that's the Norwich Police Department. American Ambulance building to my left. But right now we're going to take a look at these murals, these big giant murals. In my battery, this experiment, so far so good. A lot of traffic. Traffic has increased with the kids going back to school. To the right is that Norwich Transportation Center, big, huge parking garage. And it's there. Sitting at a red light with a bunch of cars going by from left to right. I mean, I have right on red, but there's, as far as the eye can see, are cars coming from my right, so I'm not going anywhere at the moment. But I do want to see those murals. Okay, green. Whoa, look at that traffic. Well, at least we can get a look at things. There's kind of a view. Thayer's Bait, Boats, and Tackle. There's Marine to my left. There's a seat bus terminal, free parking to my left. Let's just cruise along. Got another red light as we go over this little bridge. And we'll just wait for this red light. Shouldn't be too long. And then we can hopefully get a look at those murals. I'm not, when I say they're controversial, there is a solid group of people that absolutely love these murals. And there is another solid group of people that absolutely can't stand them. So, you know, if you want to call that controversial, call it controversial. I don't know if that's the proper term, but Howard T. Brown Memorial Park to my right with that gazebo and everything over there. Laurel Hill straight ahead, those homes up on top there. Okay, let me think this through. I got to figure out this, how I'm going to approach these murals, but that's okay. Yeah, I'll go right into the heart of the city. I'm on Chelsea Harbor Drive at the moment. And then we'll go into the heart of the city of Norwich, Connecticut. And I'll go around that new roundabout, or, some people call it a roundabout. And it's, that's another controversy. People were, a lot of people were, oh my God, what are we gonna do? But in my humble opinion, I think it worked out really nice. I like it. The one in the center of Norwich. We'll take a short cruise around there. It's different. They used to have lights, but now it's just a continuous flow of traffic. And I have not seen any problems with that roundabout or rotary, depending on what terminology you want to use for that. I haven't seen any problems at all with it. I like it. But that's me. Other people will probably, just go completely nuclear over the fact that they can't stand it. But everybody's different. Warigan Hotel. Maybe I'll get the red light. Good. The Warigan Hotel is directly in front of me. I always point this out. Abraham Lincoln, President of the United States back in the good old days, campaigned out of that building right there, the Warigan. I mean, that's pretty high-octane stuff we're talking about there for Norwich bragging rights, I'll tell you that much. Anyways, directly dead smack in front of me is that rotary. Right here. I'm on the rotary right now. But I'm not going to go around completely, and I'm not going to go, in a circle or anything, because I want to head down to this mural, one of the murals. There's three I have in mind that I want to take a look at. And there's more to come. I think I read somewhere there might be another dozen of these murals in Norwich somewhere. I have no idea where they're going, but as you can see on the right-hand side, I got a stop sign here. I don't know if I can pull up to this mural or not. I hope I can, but somehow I don't think I can. But you know what? Let's try. This is probably not kosher, but this is all for your viewing pleasure. There it is, right there. Stay golden is what that thing says. So that's one of the murals. There's another guy over there looks at the camera attached to the center of my car with a quizzical look on his face. Again, I don't blame him. Okay, now I gotta figure it. Delia's Bakery and Grinder Shop to my left. Best in Norwich. Best grinders in Norwich. Full stop. Alright, let's turn on to Chestnut Street. Let's get down Chestnut Street. And that's going to enable us to line up and take a look at a couple of more of those murals. This is a narrow street. It's a beautiful street now. They've rehabbed a lot of it. This factory down here is abandoned. That's one thing that I'd love to see somebody come in there and, I don't know, condos, apartments, whatever. Put something together. That would be terrific. There's an older mural to my right there. That's been there for, I don't know, 10 or 15 years, but it seems to need repair work. All right, you can see one of the murals to the left, but I'm going to approach it from a different angle. Hopefully this camera can pick it up, but I'm going to approach it from an angle where we can definitely see this thing. This City Hall was constructed in 1873 to our left. I've done a lot of these. Are on YouTube if you're interested in seeing a person driving around Norwich, and some have narration to it like this one, and some of them have music in the background, but they're on there. This drive here is more of a random, as I said, it's just kind of a wild, unfocused. And let me see, I'm on Broadway. I'm turning onto Crossway just so I can line up. Boy, it's a big construction project. I think a pipe broke or something. They get the whole street blocked off. All right. I'm going down Union Street right now, but I want to zero in a little bit better on that big giant mural on the side of that building. And there's another enormous one that one right after the other. I'll give you a heads up when we hit it, but let's roll real slowly down Union Street. Okay, get ready, folks. We're getting ready to see the big, there it is. Over to the left. Let me see if I'm going to go really slow. There's nobody behind me. There it is right there. That's one of the big, giant, brand new, painted literally a couple of weeks ago. Right there. Okay, as we get down the street very slowly, there's businesses on my left and right, obviously, but the Warigan is there on the left again. But on the right, you're going to see right there, I got a guy on my tail. I want to slow down to a crawl to get a look at that other enormous, I hope I'm picking it up with this camera, other enormous mural. Ben Keller, 2022, that's the artist. Ben Keller, Keller. I don't know who Ben Keller is, but I do know one thing. He is a phenomenal artist. That job that he did on that mural, absolutely spectacular as we drive through the center of the heart of the city of Norwich, Connecticut. I mean, I'm on Main Street right now. Harp and Dragon to my right. All right, we got the murals done. We got Dunham Street. We got some of the newly paved roads. I guess I'll just randomly work my way back to where I started. And then we'll just close up shop on this test experimental video. As I look over at my camera, everything seems to be functioning properly. I mean, if this works, I got it made. It just takes away a lot of my... I won't have to switch batteries anymore. I won't run out of batteries. Those cameras, the batteries are very tiny. So there's only so much capacity one of those little tiny batteries can muster, the charge is limited, the time is limited that they can produce, especially I'm using very high resolution video. Higher resolution than the video that you see on your normal TV screen. This is what we see on TV in the modern world is something called 1080p. This would be 4K, so it's almost 4 times, or at least double or more of the resolution of your conventional TV right now. So it's a very dramatic improvement. But unless you have a computer, or unless you're viewing it on a 4K compatible device, you won't see any difference. As I drive up Washington Street, Christ Episcopal Church to my left back there. Eliza Huntington Memorial Home back there on my right. All right. Maybe I'll make things a little more exciting by taking some side streets and maybe stretching things out just a touch. Just try to see what this battery, I'm really testing the limits of my new setup here. The camera's not new. It's the same camera I always use, but that battery and those new wires, and that's what the experiment's all about. Guy has a bumper sticker that says, "I love monkeys." I think that's probably the first time I've ever seen a bumper sticker that said, "I love monkeys" in my entire life. All right, let's take a ride down Slater Avenue. I'll just zigzag my way back. More new pavement straight ahead. The city has done an absolutely beautiful job of paving the roads. Boy, oh boy. I mean, dramatic. I'm on Broadway right now. All right, let's take a right. I'll swing by NFA. I mean, you pretty much gotta do that. If you're in the area, if you're anywhere near NFA, you gotta swing by. Let's go down Crescent Street, which is heading in the direction of the Norwich Free Academy. Home to my right. The guy's been working on that for a long time, and it's absolutely beautiful. I don't know who's doing the work, but it's coming out great. I'm waving the girl in front of me and letting her go. Okay. Slater Memorial Museum, which you can see straight ahead. Well, maybe you can't. There's a tree there, but if you could, they put a new roof on it this year. I'm just going to drive by because, yeah, it's, let me, Well, hopefully you can see some of NFA. I didn't really zoom in on any of the, there's a new fountain there. Didn't really zoom in on any of the buildings or anything. I guess I could swing around, but all right, we don't seem to have too much traffic. Should I do that? Let me pull up here. This is Norwich Free Academy. What is this? This will show us a couple of buildings. Let me take a ride back here. I'm just going to turn around. I don't think I have too much access if I go back in that part of the campus. I mean, let me take a look. There's nobody in this booth here. I don't know if this is going to be too visually arresting for video, but it does show some of the buildings. I don't know the names of all the buildings, but I didn't go to NFA, so I'm just going to turn around here. The football field is over there. We can't see it from this vantage point. And you can't drive all over campus. It'd be nice if there was some kind of a little connection there, but there isn't. So I may as well just get out of here. Yeah, traffic is definitely cranking up there. I don't know if this guy's going to let me go or... I have a red light, and the gentleman did leave a wide opening, so that's nice of him. As we're back on the main road, which is Washington Street. As we immediately get shut down in traffic here, with people in the other oncoming lane glancing over at the camera on the hood of my car. It's conspicuous, there's no question about that. We are now entering into the Norwichtown section. There's a sign back there. This kind of heads directly towards Bacchus Hospital. As this gentleman pulls into Gulf gas station, or he wants to get regular unleaded for $3.49. Gas prices have been coming down steadily every day for well over a month. But yeah, there's a considerable amount of traffic. Right now it's 4:48 p.m. And the light in front of me, the traffic signal, is, boy, that's a quarter of a mile down there. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can get out of this mess. Arnold Place, Benedict Arnold to my right, was, I don't know if he was born there, he lived there, whatever. Benedict Arnold had something to do with the area back there, probably raised there. I know he's from Norwich. Wow, we made it all the way to that light. First in line, good. With my camera, we can get a kind of a glance at the traffic up ahead. Bacchus Hospital. I don't know if you can catch any of that on that camera. It's a wide lens, but it's not really pointing in the direction of that hospital. But Johnson's Flowers and Gifts to my right. It's been there forever. I mean, when I was a kid, I remember that Johnson's being there. Look at these cars. I don't know what the phenomena is at this moment in time right now, where we've got bumper to bumper backup traffic for miles here, but we're in the middle of it. Bliss Place, which is a dead end, is on my right. It says you are entering a historic district. Yeah, it makes sense. Leffingwell Inn is down here. I'm going to go up Harlan Road just a little bit. That wasn't that bad. Getting out of that traffic. Look at the traffic on Harlan Road coming down. Wow. I have not seen this in, I don't know, years. I don't know what's going on. I mean, like I said, school's back in session, but there's got to be more to it than that. Interesting. Let's take a little cruise up Harlan Road. as we continue to test the limits and the boundaries of this battery. It's made by Anker, A-N-K-E-R. This is not a promotion. This is not I'm not getting paid to advertise the Anker Battery Company, although I wouldn't mind it, but I'm just flat out telling you, those Anker batteries, in my humble opinion, power banks, they call them, are absolutely phenomenal. I consider them the best in the industry. That's personal opinion. That's just me. As a gentleman that probably works for either Xfinity or a telephone company or Norwich Department of Public Utilities or something, is going up near that traffic light. You can see him up there right now. Let me see if I can... No name on the truck. It's just a white, nondescript, unmarked truck. As we cruise along very slowly and gently and peacefully up Harlan Road. But we're not going to do the whole Harlan Road situation because that'll lead us into Taffville. We've done Taffville before. We've done a comprehensive Taffville video in the past, and it's on my channel right now for your viewing pleasure. I'm going to take a left onto Wayne Street. I like Wayne Street. Wayne Street's a nice street. The guy waved to me over there in the truck. I didn't recognize him, but they see the camera on the front of the car and they wave, and you get a lot of different reactions. So that could be the reason he waved. As we drive down Wayne Street and look at the nice homes, and the grass is greener from that rain, that torrential rainstorm we had. And eventually this is going to lead over to Canterbury Turnpike. As Wayne Street ends, we're going to get onto Stuart Road. All right, Stuart Road says slow 15 miles per hour, loose stone. Again, another project, more road rehabilitation going on in this city of Norwich, Connecticut. All right, you got to be real careful. This is a tough spot getting out of here sometimes, but we made it. New sign back there says 3 feet, it's the law. And it shows a little bicycle, guy on a bicycle, and a car. So you got to maintain a distance of 3 feet if there's a bicycle riding down the road. Makes perfect sense. Canterbury Turnpike right now, looking beautiful. Something going on my left, big dump truck. I don't know if somebody's having a driveway put in. That's my guess. Let's take a look. I'm going to slow down here. Yeah, it's something to do with the driveway up there. I couldn't really get too good a look at it, but homes for sale here and there on Canterbury Turnpike. It's a beautiful street. I mean, look at it. It's like something out of a movie. Really gorgeous. as we sweep down towards the end of Canterbury Turnpike. We're really in the heart of Norwichtown now. We're going to be jumping on East Town Street. That's where we are right now. This would probably be a good time to shut things down, close up shop on this video. The battery appears to be working flawlessly. If you're watching this now on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed this little random tour, experimental random tour around Norwich. Some of the roads, some of the city we saw. We looked at the murals, but that's it. Thanks for joining me, folks.